Hello everyone and welcome back to Zaclit Educational Channel. So here is the video much awaited by the NET Environmental Science aspirants. How to prepare for the UGC NET Environmental Science paper. We will know the smart strategies, books to follow, do's and don'ts for the examination, and if you watch this video carefully and follow the steps which we are going to discuss here, then I am 100% sure that JRF will be yours. Yes, this is the guarantee. If you follow all these steps, then you will definitely crack this exam, and not only crack NET LS, but you will be able to qualify the JRF. So without wasting much time, let's start this very important video. So first of all, why to prepare for this examination, that is NET examination? The full form of NET is National Eligibility Test. So many of you will be thinking why these things are discussed. We are discussing because the people, those who don't know, also should know from this video. So this National Eligibility Test is conducted twice in a year, in the month of June as well as in the month of December. So two cycles are there, two opportunities are there to qualify for this examination. But here there are two things to know. One is NET LS and what is NET JRF. So NET LS means NET lecturership, or it is also called as only NET. So if you qualify this, then you will be eligible for applying for the post of lecturer or assistant professor when the posts are announced. So how you will qualify? The cutoff goes for every examination, for every session, there will be cutoff will be less. That means less percentage as compared to the second one. So that will be the cutoff for the NET LS or only NET category. And the higher cutoff, little bit more than the cutoff, will be for the NET JRF. Yes, JRF means Junior Research Fellows. So Junior Research Fellow. So those who will qualify the NET JRF cutoff, they will be having the higher cutoff. So they will be, for example, cutoff for NET Environmental Science for any session is 60% for NET LS and 66% for the NET JRF. So those who have qualified 60 to 65, these cutoff they will be considered as NET LS qualified. Those who have qualified 66% or more, they will be considered as NET JRF qualified. So these two are different things. So if you are having the higher cutoff, that means you are both eligible for NET LS as well as JRF. So what is this JRF? This fellowship you will only get if you enroll for the PhD program. Yes, if you are already enrolled or if you enroll after qualifying JRF, then only the UGC will give you fellowship for 5 years. First 2 years it will be JRF, Junior Research Fellow. After that it will be converted into SRF, that is Senior Research Fellow. And why these are important? So money is not important. It is not the matter of happiness. But if you have the money thing, if you are financially stable, then it will give you happiness. How? You will be able to buy the things which will make you happy. Even if you are sad, if you are having the money, if you are having the fellowship, it will give you happiness because you will be able to buy those things. Those will give you the happiness. That means, for example, if you are working in the scientific research area, for buying chemicals or to go to labs to do the field work, you need money. If you are not having fellowship, you have to invest your money, you have to ask someone. That is a very difficult thing in the PhD because PhD is a long run thing. If you are financially, you are not depending on any other. If you are having your own fellowship, then no need to worry about that. You can buy anything, be it chemicals, be it transportation, and you will be able to also support your family. So that is the important thing you should look for, because if you get the fellowship, you will be financially independent. Next, coming to the strategies and tips for how to qualify for the UGC NET Environmental Science paper. Any paper, the syllabus is the key. Yes, here in the left hand side you can see the NET Environmental Science syllabus as per now. So later on, if it is changed, we will update you. But as of now, this is the syllabus for the UGC NET Environmental Science paper. Unit I will be reading out, not the complete syllabus. Unit 1, Fundamentals of Environmental Science. Unit 2, Environmental Chemistry. Unit 3, Environmental Biology. Unit 4, Environmental Geoscience. Unit 5 Energy and Environment, Unit 6 Environmental Pollution and Control, Unit 7 Solid and Hazardous Waste Management, Unit 8 Environmental Assessment, Management and Legislation, Unit 9 Statistical Approaches and Modeling in Environmental Science, and Unit 10 Contemporary Environmental Issues. These are the 10 units from where you will be getting the questions. This is the syllabus. So this is not the detailed syllabus. If you want to download the detailed syllabus, it is available in our Telegram group. You can join. The link is provided in the description below. In the right hand side, I have given you the strategy. Yes, the strategy means in the last examination, that was UGC NET December 2023 cycle, these were the units from where the questions were asked, and number of questions asked are also analyzed by our team. So this is very important to know which areas we need to focus more, which areas the question came in the past examination, and where you should focus more, where there are more number of questions are asked. In Unit 1, 9 questions were asked. In Unit 2, 6 questions. Unit 3, 9 questions. Unit 4 and 5, you can see all together 27 questions were asked. That means from Environmental Geoscience and Energy and Environment unit. Next, Unit 6, 9 questions were asked. Unit 7, 6. Unit 8, 9 questions. Unit 9, 4 questions. Unit 10, 11 questions. So one can ask, what is this 11th number unit? It is not a unit. It is actually the passage. Yes, reading comprehension, from there 10 questions were asked. That is compulsory for every paper. That will be asked from any of the syllabus topic from your paper. So 10 questions, 10 passage questions, 2 passage will be given, and 10 questions will be asked from those 2 passages. Let's move on. So now comes that after analyzing the paper for every session, you have to note down which unit was having how many questions, and you should actually see that how to utilize the syllabus. Syllabus utilization is the most important thing. For example, here we have given Unit 1 Fundamentals of Environmental Science. Here there are different topics under this: principles and scope of environmental science, composition of atmosphere, saturation mixing ratio, wind roses, agroclimatic zones of India, remote sensing and GIS. All these things are under Unit 1. So the tip number 1 for this video is that first you should have the hard copy of the syllabus. Yes, you should download and print the hard copy of the syllabus, and one by one you should complete each of the syllabus, that is the topic given inside the unit. For example, if you complete structure and composition of atmosphere, you have to underline that part in the paper. That means you have downloaded the paper for the syllabus, you will underline that. Next, you will complete, for example, the heat transfer process. You will underline that. That means you have completed that. Or you can encircle also. So one by one, as you will go on completing the syllabus, the unit-wise topics, you have to go and underline all these topics. So what will happen is that I will tell you that what will happen if you underline one by one. It will look like this. Yes, one by one as you go gradually. So this will look like this, and this will give you the brain a signal that yes, I am going in the correct direction. I am able to complete the syllabus one by one, and that will give you the confidence. So as you will move on, everywhere there will be red lines or white lines, green lines, whatever you are making, or the circles, that will give the message to your brain that yes, my preparation is going on correctly. That is a very important thing, because you should never lose your confidence while preparing. So till now I was only talking. Now I will give you a question. Yes, it is not from environmental science, it is a general question. The question is, which of the following is not a recommended strategy for preparing for the UGC NET environmental science examination? Option A, creating a study schedule and sticking to it consistently. Option B, ignoring previous year's question papers and focusing only on textbook material. Option C, joining online or offline coaching classes for expert guidance. Option D, practicing mock tests to improve time management and accuracy. So I'll give you certain seconds to think, and then I will tell you who all are correct in answering this question. So here, those who have selected the option B, they are absolutely correct. It was asking which is not a recommended strategy for preparing for the UGC NET Environmental Science exam, and this is not a good habit, that ignoring previous year's question paper and focusing only on textbook material. Yes, previous year's question papers are very very important. If the examination you are going to give, it can be any exam, but most specifically UGC NET exam, previous year's question papers are very important because the questions are repeated. Even if it is not repeated, you will get an idea that what kind of questions are asked and where to focus more. So that's why you should never ignore the previous year's question paper and just keep on preparing only from the textbook material or any other material which you are following. Next tip is that form question from the question. So these are two different things, form and from. So we have to form question from the questions. That means previous year's questions or any questions you are getting from somewhere. For example, this question was from UGC NET December 2023 exam for the environmental science paper. The question was, which one of the following may contain maximum potassium concentration? And options were diorite, andesite, rhyolite or basalt. So here I will wait for certain seconds in order to check your preparation level. So here the correct option will be what? It will be option 3, rhyolite. So if you know the answer, you should not skip on to the next question. What you have to do? You have to form question. Yes, how you have to form? You should analyze the rest of the remaining 3 options. Yes, you should know about diorite andesite composition, you should know about the basalt composition, and you should note down in your note 1 or 2 line regarding these 3 type of rocks. So that will help you if any question comes. For example, they will modify this question and give in the next exam about andesite or basalt or diorite. If you have written in the notes, then you will be able to answer that easily. So that means you have to form question from the questions. You have to analyze each and every options, not only know the correct option. I hope it is clear. Next is the mistakes to avoid the failure in the UGC NET examination. Yes, why 99% students are failing in the exam? Because of these 4 reasons. So I'll tell you one by one. First is in-depth knowledge. In-depth knowledge about the syllabus, is it required? Not at all, because we just need to qualify the exam. We have to get the cut-off score and that's it. We no need to go for the in-depth knowledge by mugging up everything, by going into each and every topic and just spending your time and losing your concentration and memory power. So no need of going in-depth knowledge. Just prepare as per the syllabus which is your strength and skip the weak zones. Next, coming to the target oriented preparation. Yes, it is very very important. So some of you will be taking motivation from the day 1 and you will be doing the work consistently for 1 week or 2 weeks or maximum 3 weeks. Then after that you will lose your consistency. So that is not at all accepted in this examination. You have to give yourself the target for examination. For example, you should give yourself that these many papers I should complete previous year's question within these many days, these many topics I should complete in these many hours. So these are the things. That means you have to give target to yourself and you have to move on. Next is plan B. So most of the students from the background which are not from environmental science background, from biochemistry, molecular biology, geology, so these people are also eligible to apply in this UGC NET environmental science paper. So they are welcome to appear in this examination, but they are having a plan B. That means if they are not able to qualify this examination, they are having some other plans. That means they are preparing for some other examination, government jobs. So that's why they are keeping this as a backup exam. So if you are keeping this UGC NET exam as plan B, then you will definitely fail. It will be the failure in both the ends. That means you will never get your goal, neither this one. So you have to focus 100% in the UGC NET examination if you want to qualify. Next is crack the pattern of the paper. Yes, the pattern of the paper changes year to year. It is not that every year it will change, but if you study the previous year's questions, you will get to know the pattern of the paper. For example, before 4 years, the questions were directly asked with one word answer. Nowadays you can see, if you see the pattern of the paper, it is given in the statement form. 1, 2, 3 statements will be given, and then you have to say which statements are correct or which statements are incorrect. So this is the current pattern going on for the UGC NET examination in the environmental science subject. So this pattern you have to crack in order to do well in the examination. So these 4 are the mistakes to avoid failure and go towards the success. Next, I will tell you about the paper 1 of the UGC NET examination. Never underestimate paper 1. Yes, most of the students are facing failure because they are underestimating the paper 1. So yes, they are thinking that we will focus more on paper 2, and paper 1 is easy. What is there? It is only teaching aptitude, research aptitude. We will see the passage and answer this. So that is causing the failure. Yes, you should never underestimate paper 1, and I will tell you the major portions to read in depth for the paper 1. That means they are teaching aptitude, research aptitude, communication, higher education system, information and communication technology. So these are the 5 zones which you have to focus more for the paper 1 in order to score more. Why paper 1 you should not underestimate? Because paper 2, that means the subject paper, is having a very vast syllabus. So nobody can complete whole syllabus of paper 2. But paper 1 syllabus you can complete maximum. Yes, maximum portion from paper 1 you can complete if you study regularly paper 1 and give at least a small portion of your preparation time for the paper 1 preparation. Next is the scoring region. Scoring region, data interpretation and comprehension. That will depend upon your practice. Yes, data interpretation you should focus more, for example, on logical reasoning, example square of opposition, ratio question, percentage, main and work. So these are the areas which you should focus in the data interpretation, because if you are able to completely answer 5 out of 5 data interpretation and comprehension 5 out of 5, then 10 questions you are able to crack correctly. That will give you an edge even if you are not performing well in the paper 2. So 10 questions are not a small thing. 20 marks you will be getting. That means you will be having a very good chance of clearing JRF even if you have scored a little less in the paper 2. So what I will suggest you is that I will give you 2 links where you can prepare for the India BICS. Yes, India BICS is for the aptitude, logical reasoning and question and answer. You can just log into www.indiabics.com, and there you will get several types of aptitude questions which you can practice. They will be giving with the solutions also, so that you should practice for paper 1. And for comprehension, reading comprehension from your practice only. You should read the newspaper, you should read the papers, but that is very very important. If you can go and you can use any website, I will suggest about the SmartKida. SmartKida.com is having more reading comprehension which you can practice. They have also given the answers with the explanation. So it is a very good platform. You should definitely check these 2 platforms for paper 1 data interpretation, aptitude and comprehension part. Now I will tell you the books to follow for environmental science UGC NET paper 2. So number 1 is Gilbert M. Masters Environmental Engineering. Yes, this is a very important book for the environmental science examination, be it UGC NET exam, SET exam, any other environmental science entrance examination. Next is Truman's Environmental Science book. Environmental chemistry you can follow Stanley and Manhan book. For ecology you can follow P.D. Sharma or book by Odom. Biostatistics you can follow Veer Bala Rastogi or S. Chand publication book. For MCQs and previous question you can follow Catalyst or Arihant. So Arihant, it will be only for the basics. You should be able to just know what are the syllabus and what topics are there. Just basics you can go for the Arihant book. And both in Catalyst and Arihant there are some mistakes in the answer key. If you are having any doubt, any confusion, you should check it from online or from any other trustworthy sources. Next, book by Madhuraj PK is also good for just important topics if you want to know. So these are the list of books which you want to prepare for the environmental science subject. But this one book will not be having everything, and it will not be that much easy to grasp every topic in every book. So for one student, Gilbert and Masters will be easy to understand. For other, it will not be that much easy. So you should think as per your convenience, and certain topics you can select as per your thinking and understanding power, and then you can follow. Most of the books are available in our Telegram push PDF link. So Telegram page you can follow. The link is in the description. I am repeatedly saying. So next, move on to the next slide. Here I will give you two important smart tricks for preparation. Yes, first is the sticky notes or the notes you should make. Here you can see that in the picture. If you are making notes, you should also make stick notes which will help you for the quick revision before the examination. Yes, you can use the sticky notes to write down the important formulas, number, concept, and then you can stick it in your notebook or on the table or on the study wall. So this will help you to revise very easily and in less time and less effort before the examination. That is very smart trick. And next is this picture. If you can see, after crossing these three steps, this person is jumping next to this final step. It is not going to this stage. What is that? This is actually a problem. That means wherever you are facing problem in which of the following units of the environmental science or paper 1 syllabus, you should skip that. You should go ahead and see what are your strengths. If you are facing problem in any topic, for example, if you are having issue in the numerical solving, if you are having in solving the log numerical, or if you are not good at solving the Plume model, Gaussian Plume model, so those things you can skip, because I have told you that it is not that you should give in-depth knowledge. So if you are having any issue, if you are having any weakness, then you can skip them and move forward. So these are the two smart tips for preparation. Next is focus on possibilities. What are the possibilities? Whatever resources you are having, use them in maximum quantity and with the maximum effort. For example, some people will be thinking that if we go coaching, then only we can qualify this UGC NET examination. It is not at all correct. People without coaching, they are more successful because they are focusing more on their talent and they know how to go. Books also, some people will thinking we don't have these many books, how we'll prepare. That is also not required. Even if you are having limited resource, if you utilize them completely, then also you will be successful. Next is materials and current syllabus. So some students will not be from the environmental science subject, they'll be from the microbiology, biochemistry. Their MSc syllabus will be different from the environmental science subject students. So they will think that we are not from that background, our syllabus was not there, but some portions will be from your own syllabus. Yes, those things will be helpful for you in the examination because you are studying the same thing which is from your syllabus, which is matching with the UGC NET environmental science syllabus. So those areas are your strengths. So don't think that your current syllabus is not matching with the environmental science paper and don't get disheartened. Next is revision. So all these things you should forget and you should focus on possibilities plus proper revision. If you do before the examination, at least 1 month you should give for the revision, then only you can succeed in this examination. Without revision, people will be studying before the day of examination and they will lose everything, they will forget everything because they haven't revised well. So you should not forget to revise before the exam. Next, coming on the day of exam, what should you do and what you should not do. So it doesn't matter how you start, finish it like MS Dhoni. So that's the saying which I used to say every time. Even if you haven't started well, the preparation is not going well, but if you finish it well, then you will get the success. So confidence should be there in yourself. You should self-believe on your preparation that how much you have prepared and whatever you have prepared, that will only come in the examination. Next is power of skipping. So this skipping means moving on. For example, if you are able to answer question number 1 and question number 2, but question number 3, 4 you are not able to answer in the exam, don't worry, just skip them, mark them and move on to question number 5, 6 and so on. And after completing all the questions, you can come back and recheck question number 3 and 4. So don't get stuck in 1 or 2 questions because it will kill your time, it will kill your energy and patience level also. Next is smart work. Smart work on the day of exam is important. For example, the question will be given: the apex body in India for the formulation, coordination and promotion of medical research is what? Options will be Apollo, ICMR, AIIMS or Patanjali. So here, some people, if you don't know the answer, you can qualify this exam, this question actually, by doing smart work. That means if you can guess that here it is given promotion of medical research, MR. Yes, if you see that here in some short form it is given MR. So maybe it will be representing medical research, and if you guess that option you will be getting the full marks. Yes, it is the correct answer, Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR. So if you guess also correctly with having some intelligence, then you will be able to answer some of the questions which you don't know. For example, here medical research, if you do the short form MR and if you guess this option, you will get the full marks. Next is formula. So for some numericals, you will not be knowing the correct formula. So what you should do is, if two values are given, for example, X and Y is given, and you have to find Z. You don't know how to do, you don't know what will be the constant, what will be the variable. So here X, Y, if it is given, simply multiply those value or simply divide those value. So which value will be coming in your multiplication or division, try to see in the options the closest value to your approximation. So which one will be the closest one? Just hit that option, and it is mostly that you will be correctly hitting that option, because sometimes without any constant also, if you just multiply some values or divide some values, you will get the correct answer for the numerical question. So that is the tip. Next is attempt all. Yes, many students will be preparing well, will be doing the revision well, will be very talented, but they are very bad in time management. So time management, if you are not doing, you will not be able to attempt all 150 questions. 150 questions you must appear in the examination, no matter what happens. Yes, if you are getting nervous or getting confused in between, what you will do? You should take deep breath in between. You should wait for certain seconds, then you can resume your work, because you should take a sip of water, then you can continue. You should not lose your confidence, because all this examination is a matter of confidence. So here, attempt all questions and take deep breath in between if you feel you are losing some concentration. Next slide, I will tell you about a person who was preparing for this UGC NET Environmental Science and how he went from one phase to another. So here in the 2017 December, that person got 10% less than the NET LS cutoff. In the next attempt in 2018 June examination, that person missed the NET LS by 1%. So here 9% he was able to decrease, that means he was able to perform better. But he was missing the NET LS by 1%. But still he didn't give the hope, and 2018 December he qualified NET LS, but he missed JRF by 1%. So that was his third attempt. In fourth attempt in 2019 June, he qualified JRF and he was able to fulfill his dream. So this is none other than the founder of this JACLIT group. Yes, I am the one who was completely going from one stage to another. I was not losing hope. I was confident that I will definitely get JRF one day. So this I told you just to tell you that believe in yourself, because if I can do it, then I am 100% sure anybody in this world can do this examination and qualify JRF. So this was the thing which I wanted to tell you, and you can join our Telegram group Learn for the Environment for the daily quizzes. You can also join our environment science preparation Instagram page for the current affairs and short notes. And here I would like to say that there are more than 600 videos on our YouTube channel. You can see those because they will be very helpful, and students have qualified NET only from watching these videos. So these playlists are important, previous questions are there, tips and tricks are there, and also the expected MCQs from all the units, 10 units, all the units, the MCQs are present, you can go through them. And very importantly, environmental chemistry is there. So these all playlists according to your preparation level, you can watch these videos. So I will share all this link in the description below. You can watch this, and if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to Zachlete for further updates. See you guys in our next video. Till then, keep smiling and believe in yourself.